Welcome to Fasting with Jolene and Mike. We're here for one reason, to make you successful with intermittent fasting. Tips, tricks, and inspiration. That's our specialty.
The information provided in this presentation is for general knowledge and informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. It is beneficial to consult with a qualified healthcare professional for any health concerns or before making any decisions related to your health or treatment. This content is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Coming up on my 2-year fast anniversary, the anniversary of 2 years of fasting. And I decided to have both of my admins from my group on there, Jolene and Daniela. And I invited them to a Zoom meeting and told them, just ask me whatever you want. And so here's that meeting. Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. So we're coming up February 1st, which is what, 4 days away, 5 days away? Will be my
I believe it's February almost.
anniversary. And you two guys are here to grill me on everything I've been doing right and everything I've been doing wrong. So go for it.
Well, first of all, happy you. I mean, can you even, like 2 years ago, Mike, could you have imagined that this would be sustainable in your forever lifestyle?
Never thought so, but it's one of the best and easiest things I've done.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Just by eating less often, how healthy you have become.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. Just by eating less often.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the foods that I eat haven't changed greatly. They've changed somewhat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I went carnivore, and it's not like I went keto, and it's not like I went anything else. It's just, like we say, you just go without eating and it takes care of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. And just find a balance between what you eat and what you don't eat, and the good stuff and a little bit of, the bad stuff, but it's just about finding balance, right?
Yeah.
A couple Oreos every now and then, there's nothing wrong with that, but
Actually, I would much rather have Vicky's homemade.
I bet.
She makes a homemade oatmeal trail mix cookie.
That sounds good.
And the trail mix has got, all kind of junk in it, but they're really good cookies. And every now and then she'll make those, and
That's good.
it's hard just to eat just one.
Yeah, well, I don't think anything beats homemade. Homemade anything is always going to be better than whatever we can buy, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for sure.
Can I ask you a question, Mike?
You certainly can. That's what I'm here for today. I'm here so you guys can beat me up.
Well, we don't want to beat you up.
No beating up.
I was just wondering, so since you've been on this journey, have you found that your taste in food has changed? I know you said you haven't changed a whole lot, but have you found like any food that you used to absolutely love, you just don't like anymore?
It's not that I don't like them anymore. It's just that they're not a part of my life anymore.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
I'll tell you a big one. Okay. And this is the one that before I started fasting, I would get up in the middle of the night, think that I had to have some of this food, and it was Cheez-Its.
I used to love Cheez-Its.
I did.
The white, I think it was Parmesan ones, the white ones. Oh, I used to love them.
Oh goodness. I like the regular plain, just regular cheese. Well, sometimes
Very
I used to like the hot and spicy ones. So
good.
they would, yeah.
Mm.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Well, can I ask a question?
yeah,
The first few weeks compared to now, so after 2 years, and that's a big anniversary, that's a big step. What do you feel the difference is between your very beginning and where you are now?
Good question.
gosh, a huge difference. Uh, well, when I first started, I really just wanted to, I was one of those that ripped the band-aid off, like Jen says.
Hmm.
Um, and I got into ADF within just a few weeks and really, really got aggressive with it. And that's one of the ways that I lost all the weight that I did. And
Hmm.
but between then and now, it's just like it's automatic now. I don't even have to think about it, you know.
Hmm.
Do you
This
remember your very first day? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I remember my first day,
Yeah. Do you remember how you felt? Do you remember how long
hungry.
you fasted? Hungry?
I mean, there's no denying it that when you first start into it, and this is good information for people who might just be dabbling in it and wanting to get started. Uh,
Mhm,
yeah, you're going to feel hunger,
mhm,
but you know what? It's just to begin with, it's just willpower that gets you through that. And
Hmm.
then you start learning the hacks like putting a little bit of salt in your water and uh, occupying yourself with something to keep yourself busy and to keep your mind off of it and drinking a big glass of water. I'm talking about a big glass. And once you learn those type of things, then it changes everything for you.
You know what helped me in the beginning
What?
is the phrase that Jen says, hunger is not an emergency.
Yeah.
And I would always tell myself that. And we still get hungry. Like I'm in
Hmm.
my fifth year. Hunger is part of our biology, right?
Well, thank God.
Exactly,
Thank God.
right?
You want to get hungry. You want to feel hungry. Otherwise, you're not gonna even recognize when you're not hungry anymore if you don't feel hunger. So
Exactly.
you have to recognize one, but you have to also be able to recognize the other one. So they go hand in hand, right?
Exactly, exactly. And when I feel that little twinge of hunger, I just tell myself, okay, hunger is not an emergency. And I just
Hmm.
picture, you remember Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just picture
Yeah.
Pac-Man like in my body, just eating up
Hmm.
all the fat. And that
Hmm.
really helped
Yeah.
me. It helped me
Hmm.
so much. And there's a difference between a little twinge of hunger that goes away in 20 minutes and that hunger
Hmm.
where you're feeling nauseous and
Right.
shaky. Then you have to eat.
Right.
But
Right. 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 That's a
that's the
different
part.
story.
Mhm.
That's a different story. Well, how about Mike in the beginning, going back to the beginning, was there ever a time that you thought, that's it, I'm quitting, I'm done? And if not, or if so, what made you still just keep going through and say, no, I can do this?
Well,
Did
like
you
I
ever get to a
said,
point that this is crazy?
within just a few weeks, I had lost weight, several pounds. I didn't, I kind of wish now I had kept up with it, and made a chart or something like that, but I didn't. But I had
Mm.
lost weight. And then when I got into the ADF and started doing the mealless Mondays and things like that, the weight really started dropping off. And of course, when you first start, you're going to lose more weight than you do after you've been in a while.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But no, it just when I got to the point when I started doing mealless Mondays and the weight just really started coming off, that was all the encouragement I needed was just seeing what the scale said. And I wasn't like you, Jolene. I didn't throw my scale away. You know,
Well,
I was on it every day.
yeah, I had a reason for that. My diet brain would get too crazy. So I'm like, I'm just going to focus on my health right now. But I know some people need the scale. Some people just do it. They like the data and it doesn't make them insane like it made me.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well, as
lot
long as
better.
it doesn't rule your day, it can't rule your day. That number that we see, if you jump on in the morning, that can't define how your day is going to go. If you see a number that you like, then you're going to have a good day. If you see a number that you don't like, then you're going to be miserable. So
Mhm.
we can't let that number define us because there's so much more behind that number. You know, how your clothes fit, how you're feeling. It's not just a number. And if you do weigh, how many times have we said this over and over? Weigh yourself every day, and then you take your average at the end of 7 days. Just don't see that one day that you jump on the scale and maybe 30 days, and that's the number that's going to be in your head every day, and that's not the truth of what's going on.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think
Well, that's just like
that's,
um,
people have to keep in mind when they want to weigh themselves to do it constantly and take the average.
yeah. Well, that's just like over the holidays, the past holidays and everything. I probably ate more than I needed to, and I probably had shorter windows, uh, fasting windows than I needed to, and I gained some weight.
Well,
And
you ate
so,
more of what? I don't think you ate more of broccoli. You probably ate more of things that maybe weren't the best things to eat. I don't think you overate broccoli, right?
no, things that I probably didn't need to eat. But at any rate, when I felt the clothes started tightening up, I pulled out the scale. Well, I didn't pull it out. It
Mhm.
sits there on the bathroom floor, but I reached over there and stepped on it one day and I said, ooh, I have got to tighten up my windows again. And so for the past week, I've been doing 20 and 4 instead of doing 18-6 or 16-8. Normally, me and Vicky would do 16 and 8. That's our normal thing. And, but with me, here's my problem with the
Okay.
8. I want to graze. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, a lot of people find 6 to 8 is more maintenance.
Yeah.
mm, hmm. Well, have you given up going back to ADF, or is that not a rhythm that you enjoy?
I don't, ADF is something that I don't really enjoy. I did it to lose weight. I did it to
Okay.
lose weight and to get healthy. Uh, I would prefer, uh, if I had my choice, I would prefer uh, just, you know, time
A daily
restricted.
eating window. Hmm.
Mhm.
And I really, really do best with 20 and 4 or maybe 19 and 5. That's where I do
Hmm.
the best.
Yeah, we find in the community that's the average fat loss protocol is 19.5 or 24. People seem to lose
Hmm.
pretty consistently
Hmm.
doing that protocol.
Well, that's what I
Hmm.
did
And even for maintenance
all
too.
this past
Hmm.
week. Well, I've been doing it actually for 2 weeks now, and I dropped 7 pounds. So,
Wow.
Okay.
so I'm almost back to where I was before the holidays, and
Yeah. And
within another, within,
you didn't
huh?
gain 7 pounds of fat. It was, inflammation and water weight and all of that. But I
Exactly.
bet you're feeling so much better, like getting rid of all that inflammation and
Hmm.
You
maybe a
know,
little.
yesterday I was over at my brother's house, and we were talking about some things, and I had him pull up my YouTube channel, not the fasting one, but my other YouTube channel. And I looked back at a video that I did on there, gosh, 4 or 5 years ago. And I was like this round face, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at myself. Because,
Don't you love?
it was more than a picture. It was me talking and interacting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Who is that person?
Yeah.
I'm
I think that's
serious.
the best way to gauge too is pictures and videos. And
Hmm.
you can really, really see the difference. Huge difference, like in your before pictures and
Hmm.
who you are now. I mean, you're the same person,
Hmm.
obviously, but yeah, you can. It's like you're half the person you were before.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
and it's the NSVs too.
Hmm. Tell us
It's
about
the
that.
NSVs and health.
Hmm.
It's like I've decided to go back to driving the school bus again. And so
Okay.
And so to do that, I had to get recertified, and I'm in the process of doing all of that right now.
You just can't endure retirement, can you? You just
I
can't
was,
sit still.
I was just going to say that. I was going
You
to say,
just
Well,
you
can't sit
can't
still.
sit still.
we just need to sock away a little bit of money, a little extra money in savings, and so that's why I'm doing it. But in the process, I didn't have to do with school bus. You don't have to do like a full blown DOT medical certification
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
they do all of these things, but you do have to have this form, and it's got a whole bunch of check boxes on it, you
Mhm.
know, for the doctor to check off. And so I took that form and dropped it off at my doctor's, and she didn't even asked to see me. She just went ahead, check, 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 and checked everything on there like I was good to go because she based it off of the last time me and Vicky were in there for a
Mhm.
physical. And
Mhm.
listen to me, that's such a good feeling.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's
I
such a
bet.
good feeling
My
knowing
my
that,
sister wanted to be a school bus driver for a little while, and she was denied because she's a type 1 diabetic,
Mm.
ah,
which
yeah,
is sad, but I mean, I do understand. She's never gone into a diabetic coma, thank God. But it does happen. So,
Mm.
I mean, that it's
I guess
scary.
the responsibility of the kids would be to yeah. Hmm.
100%. Yeah. So I'm so
Hmm.
happy for you. You're gonna love doing it.
Yeah, that's great. That's
I mean,
great.
even my cardiologist 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, about year and 2 months ago, he had to sign off for me to get a DOT card because I needed to drive a dump truck for one of my friends for a little while. And he just said, yeah, he's okay to drive, you know?
That's so great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. When do you start? Soon?
Uh, I go to the class. I have to go 3 days worth of classes and then
Oh,
drive through the cones and all of that
okay.
kind of junk, to show them that I can still
Okay.
do it. So
Those
starting
kids are
in a
gonna
couple,
love you.
yeah, starting in a couple of weeks. Well, some of the kids are gonna love me. The one,
That's
the, the ones that'll,
like,
halfway behave, they always like me. Uh, the time that I quit bus driving, it wasn't because of the kids. It was
mm,
because of the parents.
mm,
Mm.
mm-hmm.
Bigger problem than the kids are.
Uh-huh.
I
I get
mean, the
that.
kids, kids, I'll pull out the book and just write them up, and send it into the principal, and
Mm,
they
Mm.
take care of that. But I can't write up parents.
nope.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
So next question.
Um, Let me look at my list. What books do you recommend for new fasters? Do you have any books? Do you have any resources?
Fast feast repeat.
Hmm.
Fast feast repeat. And maybe uh anything by Dr. Fung.
Hmm.
Mm. He has a new book coming out now on March 6th.
Ooh.
A follow-up to the obesity code. So that should be interesting. I can't wait till that comes out. So
Um,
we'll see.
yeah.
Yeah. He's
Be really
great.
good. Anything by
Yeah, he's
Jason
great.
Fung. Anything by Jen Stevens.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Anything by those two.
Listen.
If you just need encouragement, uh Amy's book. Have you read it
Yes.
yet?
Oh, mhm.
Yeah.
It was
Well, and
Her
great.
story,
Enjoy.
her story of being just fat shamed and all like that when she was a
Mm.
child, it's just
Hmm.
a truly, truly remarkable uh, change in her life.
Hmm.
Not just
Absolutely.
physically and losing weight and getting healthy, but the psychological part of it.
Psychological. Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
her book is wonderful about
I,
Hmm.
that. So
I
I would
agree.
recommend her book
Hmm.
if you just need
Hmm.
encouragement.
Hmm.
Hmm. And I think everyone can find something that resonates with you in her book.
Hmm.
You don't have to be, 50 pounds overweight or 60 pounds. It could even be much less. But like you said, I think it's a psychological impact that really makes a difference. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. not feeling good in your own skin, not feeling, I can't think of the word,
Confident.
accepted just from other people, just the way that you are. You have to, come up to be a certain standard. You have to look a certain way. You have to behave a certain way. And especially as a child growing up, how hard is that? Let
Yeah.
alone when you're an adult. So, put yourself back to when you're in grade school or in even younger and going through high school and all the changes that we have to go through as young girls and young men. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think her book, like I said, can resonate with basically anyone who's had any kind of weight problem.
Yeah.
Really, really, really did. At least for me, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I cried many times reading her book.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I did.
she, with me being an author of not just the fasting book, but with all, I got like 21 books out there on Amazon right now. But
Is
she contacted me and said, "I need help. How do you do this? How do you do that?" So I spent a good amount of time with her on the phone, on Facebook Messenger, and different venues, and sending her emails with different things and getting her hooked up to self-publish her book. And she did a good job of it. But in the
Mm-hmm.
process, she wanted me to read through the book and make give suggestions for any edits. And so when I read that thing, I was just like, wow, this is such a good story. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
that it was going to be impactful. And she's got a whole bunch of 5-star reviews, and I'm just so happy for her.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's great. Mm-hmm.
Next
Absolutely.
question.
Next question. Let me see.
I'm going to fill up
Did you
my
have
water
any
while
kind of,
you're coming up with a question.
go ahead, go ahead. Did you have any kind of like misconceptions in the beginning about intermittent fasting when you started? Because like I think many of us, we've heard so much when you first go down that rabbit hole and you hear, intermittent fasting, what it's all about, and you think, oh, this is crazy or this or whatever. I don't know. Did you have any kind of misconceptions when you started that you realized afterwards that maybe it was true or that they were completely false?
a good question.
Once it was explained to me, even before I read Jen's book was like beep, flipping the light
Okay. The
switch.
light bulb. Okay.
Me too.
Even before I read her book, I'm putting my salt in my water. Y'all watch, I'm stirring up my salt. Even before I read her book, it just made total sense to me, the fact that my digestive system was supposed to have a break.
Hmm.
It made, I don't know why that resonated with me, but very quickly, you guys know Courtney Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one who introduced me, and I'll be forever thankful to her for introducing me to intermittent fasting. And she's such an inspiration and such a sweet, precious lady. But uh, she just she had a way of explaining how to get started and why I should do that, and it made total sense. And so I don't know. And once the weight started dropping off, you couldn't tell me any different. You could
Yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
tell me any different,
Excellent.
because I knew by the way I felt, not just the way the weight was, not just what the scale said, it was the way I felt.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Felt so much better. Why would I
Mm-hmm.
not want to feel better?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Right.
Is that a
Absolutely.
good enough answer?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Salt water good. Next question.
What do you recommend for people who are kind of in that diet brain?
Ooh. Number one, put away the scale.
Okay.
Number two, remember that you're never going to be a teenager again.
That's such an
That's
important.
so good.
Thank you for
We're
saying
not going back to high
so
school
important.
anymore.
Whew.
Number three, learn to be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
If you can't, I mean, look at me. You see, I wish I had a head full of hair, but I don't. And I'm not going to go and have implants or something like that done because you know what? Vicky likes me the way I am, and I
We like
like me the way I am.
we like you the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I can't
You
imagine
know,
you with hair.
huh? I need to show you a picture of me when I had hair down past my
I think
shoulders.
I've seen one.
Well, we sent the one that you posted when you with Vicky when you guys I think just married your
Yeah,
Yeah,
profile picture.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a cute picture. That's a
It
cute
is.
picture. Mm.
But you are who you
Uh,
are.
I actually
mm-hmm.
have a friend who is an artist, and he's painted Vicky and I before. Uh, I had this old picture of when Vicky and I were in a little wooden boat that I built, and we were out sailing on the lake, and he painted that picture for us in oils, and he just painted another picture for us of us as in a much younger capacity. But I'll send y'all a picture of me when I had hair past my shoulders. It was
Okay.
almost as long as Jolene's.
Oh wow. Okay, next question.
Mhm.
Explain a little bit about how you coincide the discipline and the flexibility of doing intermittent fasting.
Good.
Say that again.
How do you unite the discipline with flexibility in doing intermittent fasting? We have to
Discipline.
be disciplined, but we also have to have some flexibility. So how do you unite the two
How do you find the
for
balance?
you? Hmm.
Sometimes I do good at that, and sometimes I don't.
Mhm.
Okay. I think all of us are guilty of not even guilty. I think it's a guilt to have, but I think that's the meaning of balance, right? Some days it's good, some days it's not. There's nothing wrong with that,
That's what makes
right?
it a lifestyle
A
too.
classic
Hmm.
example. A classic example is this weekend. Okay, we had two of the grandgirls from down the street come up and say, "Grandpa, Grandma, can we spend the night?" So yeah, sure, you can spend the night. And so we got up the next morning, and Vicky asked them what they wanted for breakfast because they're not fasting; they're teenagers. They're eating breakfast,
Hmm.
and they
As they
decided
should, as they should.
Absolutely.
on
Mhm.
pancakes. I cannot tell you how long it's been since I ate pancakes because that's just not a normal thing for me to eat because I don't know. I just don't eat pancakes. Well, I ate pancakes Saturday morning, and I ate them way before my 4 hour eating window. And I went the rest of the day and I did good. I didn't really graze much, but I did have a very wide window that day. But you know what? Vicky,
The
in
earth
her own
didn't
words,
stop, right?
Vicky, in her own words, she says, "Don't worry about it. You can catch back up Monday." And that's what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Now I'm back and I'm not going to eat until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then at
Hmm.
8 o'clock tonight, that's it. Cut off.
Hmm.
I just go
Hmm.
right back to it. And I do not think that one day is going to kill anything. And so that's how I have to put it in my mind that one day is not going to wipe me off of the face of the earth and I should just be a total loser, quit and go back to what I used to do years ago. No.
Hmm.
Like they
So,
say, there's no wagon to fall off of. It's a lifestyle.
Hmm.
And sometimes you're
Hmm.
going to have breakfast with your grandkids, and that's beautiful.
Exactly.
That's a memory.
Exactly.
They're going to remember that. It's important.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
enjoyed having breakfast with my grandgirls.
Yeah,
Good.
of course.
You
And
should.
that's the way it should. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
So, did that answer your question?
Yeah, very good. Well, I think you're also a disciplined person as well. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think a lot of people maybe have a hard time thinking I have to stick with this because they make it to be a diet. And when it becomes something you have to work at,
Hmm.
that's where it becomes difficult. I think the beauty in doing IF is when it has to be easy. This is not meant to be difficult. It's not meant to be a punishment. Okay. So it has to be easy. It's something you can do every single day. Like you said, one day I'm going to have breakfast and the world's not going to stop. Nothing's wrong with that. One day I might eat a bit, eat a little bit later in the evening and the world's not going to stop again. So it's finding that balance and living it, like Jillian always says, it's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not something that you're going to do for 3, 4, or 5 months. Then, okay, I lost, the 20 pounds or whatever it may be, and then go back to eating like you did before because your weight's just going to come back. So if you can just be consistent, I think that's maybe the biggest thing to take out of intermittent fasting is just trying to be consistent. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. No one's talking about perfection, but just being consistent, I think, is the main thing that we have to get across as one of the basic things in doing intermittent fasting. Just be consistent. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You both get one more question.
Oh,
So, Daniela, you
okay.
go first.
I go first. Okay. Well, what are your health plans and your fitness goal for this year compared to what you've done up to now? Because you became a gym rat and you had your surgeries and that all went, wonderful. So what's next on your health fitness card?
To keep active in the gym. Today, I didn't go. Today was one of my days. I go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and 3 days a week in the gym. And I work with a bunch of older guys, and they know how to pace themselves, and I've learned how to pace myself. But just to keep moving is the thing. Uh, keep moving is one of my
Hmm.
goals. Vicky and I go
Okay.
for a walk every afternoon when it's not raining, and we take the dogs and go walk through the woods and up and down the trail and the hills and stuff like that. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Good.
I love that.
Good. Good. Good.
Okay, my question is, how do you quiet all of the outside noise, all of the influencers that are telling us that we need to do this and we need to do that and we need to have this much and that much? How do you find that balance and the ability to know what's right for you?
That's a good question.
I think you fail to realize how good of a question that is. First off, that is an incredible question that each of us need to answer.
Mhm. I'm still working on that.
Okay, because here's the deal. We are constantly bombarded by you need to take this supplement. You need to take that supplement.
Mhm.
You need to add keto to your fasting plan. You need to add this to your fasting plan. Or maybe you don't need to fast. Maybe you just need to go carnivore. Or
Mhm.
it's a constant bombardment. You open up your Facebook and it's just one thing after the other. Just boom, boom,
Everyone.
boom, 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 boom. You're wanting to see what your friends are doing on Facebook, but you have to weed through about 100 different commercials for things that you have looked up. Maybe you searched on Google for something related to fasting. Well, guess what? You're going to be
Hmm.
bombarded with all of that stuff, and everybody's got their plan.
Somebody just mentioned it to you and your phone heard it. That's happened to me
Hmm.
so many
Oh
times.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Scary.
So,
Hmm.
and we're constantly bombarded by all of these things. And so
Mhm.
we have to learn it's noise. It is truly, it's like noise in the background, uh, wanting us to do this and do that and buy this book and buy that book. And the majority of it is attached to you need to purchase my product.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And that right there helps me knowing that no, I don't have to purchase your product because intermittent fasting is free.
I like that so much.
It's free. And so, no, I don't have to purchase what you're doing. And no, I don't need you. I don't need to pay you for you to tell me something that I could buy Jen's book and read through it one time and learn everything that I need to know,
Mm-hmm.
and have that resource for the rest of my life. And once I learn that information and it becomes my lifestyle, then that helps me not to succumb to all of the ads and the noise. Yeah.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
perfect answer.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, listen,
Thank
this has
you.
just been just wonderful. The three of us together. For
Always
anybody,
fun.
for anybody who doesn't know, uh, these two gals are the administrators along with me on my Facebook group, and me and Danielle are the administrators along with Julene on her fasting group. And so it just works good. Works good. You
Yeah, we're
guys,
good.
you guys make a wonderful team. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Yeah, same. Same for you.
So, final words from Julene to the fasters out there. You got 1 minute.
1 minute. That's a long time.
Mm,
Just fast, clean.
fast,
Fast.
clean.
Yep. Yep. Fast, clean. And when you're feasting, enjoy your food. Food is meant to be enjoyed. Fast, feast, repeat.
Mhm.
Daniela,
And
1 minute.
That's
1 minute,
same
Daniela.
thing. I said before, everyone starts the new year with, we're going to start a new diet. We're going to do this. I said, don't start something that you're going to fail by February.
yeah.
Just, look up intermittent fasting, clean fasting. It's easy. It's simple. It can be done.
Mhm.
Okay. Just keep it simple. Things don't have to be complicated. We don't have to measure every little thing that we put in our mouth. We don't have to measure everything on a scale. We don't have to micromanage everything that we eat. It's a balance between, healthy food, nutritious foods, and every once in a while something that is maybe off the scales. It's not the best nutrition wise, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. And that's what makes this sustainable. That's what makes this doable. You can do this for years and years and years without having, to think, oh, I'm thinking about that cookie, but I'm not going to eat that cookie all day because I can't eat that. Eat the cookie, have two cookies, and then just move on with your day. That's all. That's all it is. That's
Good
simple. It's
stuff.
simple, simple, simple.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Love you two guys.
Love you guys.
You
This
too,
was
guys.
congratulations.
Bye.
Mike.
If you need more information on fasting and want to join a group of people who embrace this lifestyle, let us recommend that you go to Facebook and search for Intermittent Fasting for the Win, and also search for Clean Fasting Julene. Either of these groups will help you along the way. We also recommend that you read Jen Stevens' books, Delay, Don't Deny, and Fast, Feast, Repeat. Both of these books will give you valuable information to help you in your intermittent fasting journey.